International tourism is definitely down. Over 50%. Over 50% of the people I get in my store are international people, and I see that as down, especially for
airline bookings and future hotel bookings, starting to drop somewhat, both internationally and.
The Sphere didn't reinvent entertainment. It reinvented how fast $2 billion can vanish in the desert. And James Dolan? He built the world's biggest screensaver and forgot to install a business model. In the next few minutes, you'll see why Southern Nevada's tourism dip is hammering hospitality, how a $2.3 billion glow orb can lose money even on sold-out nights, exactly where the cash went, from custom LEDs to a sound grid that can't drown out the red ink, and the one pivot that might save the concept before debt and dwindling demand turn it into Vegas's shiniest cautionary tale. Right now, the warning lights are flashing across Las Vegas. Hospitality is wobbling. International visitors, the big spenders who fill suites, shop luxury, and book premium experiences, are thinning out. Store owners say more than half of their customers used to be travelers from abroad. Now those numbers are sliding. Airline bookings are softening. Future hotel bookings are dipping. And when the foot traffic slows, everything downstream, from restaurants to residencies, starts to feel the chill. Into that cooling wind stands a $2.3 billion moon dropped on the Strip with one promise: redefine live entertainment. The Sphere wasn't designed to blend. It was built to dominate. 50 million plus LEDs painting the sky, a screen so vast it wraps your entire field of vision, a sound system so precise it seems to whisper into individual seats. When it lit up, the city felt supercharged. Crowds clogged sidewalks just to film it. Social feeds couldn't stop looping it. Before anyone even walked inside, it had already become an icon. Step inside, and reality tilts. The screen rises like a horizon that swallowed the ceiling. The audio doesn't blast, it locates you. Every note feels aimed. For a moment, you don't watch a show. You're swallowed by one. Critics called it the future. Artists called it a new medium. And when U2 launched the residency, it turned into a global magnet. People said no other venue made them feel like this. Darren Aronofsky's Postcard from Earth doubled down, stitching the dome into a moving planet. Oceans, deserts, mountains, so vivid it made some viewers sway in their seats. On the surface, unstoppable. Under the hood, unsustainable. From the very first financial snapshots, the math looked brutal. An operating loss near $100 million out of the gate. By fiscal year's end, losses cresting over $500 million. That's not a one-off construction hangover. That's an operations problem. The building isn't a venue, it's a living organism that burns money just to exist. Start with the hardware. Millions of LEDs outside, a wraparound, ultra-high-resolution canvas inside. None of this is off the shelf. Custom means custom failures, custom parts, custom technicians. The climate systems fight desert heat while cooling a sealed bowl full of bodies and electronics. Thousands of hidden speakers must be tuned, maintained, replaced. The server farms and rendering pipelines chew power like a data center. Then add staffing, engineering, insurance, security, artist deals, and marketing for a 17,000-seat spaceship that can't go dark without headlines asking if it's broken. Now layer the revenue reality. U2 sells out, but superstar residencies don't come cheap. The artist share climbs, the venue margin shrinks, and the house still foots the cost of operating a small city every night. Postcard from Earth crushes on novelty, then novelty decays. Once you've seen the signature experience, what compels a repeat visit next month? A traditional theater rotates shows. An arena cycles tours. The Sphere needs original content built specifically for the dome, and that pipeline is expensive, slow, and risky. When programming stalls, the cash burn doesn't. Management tried a quick lever, cut ticket prices from around $119 to about $99 to widen the funnel. That buys time, not profit. Lower price points help fill seats. They don't rewrite the cost curve of a venue designed like a moon base. The break-even point sits far beyond simple, sell every seat. You need frequent turnover, long residency runs, premium sponsorships, constant content refresh, and ancillary revenue streams firing at once. Miss one and the math wobbles. Miss two, and it tilts to S.O. Where did the $2.3 billion go? Follow the steel and the pixels. Roughly $1.4 billion poured into the physical shell. The dome skeleton, seismic reinforcement, heat-proofing, the ocean of LED tiles that coat the exterior. Inside, another ocean, curved panels stretching to a pixel count that makes conventional IMAX feel quaint. Around $600 million fed the tech heart. The beamforming audio grid, custom playback engines, real-time rendering stacks, capture pipelines, and the R&D to make it all talk to each other without melting. The final few hundred million evaporated into the invisible. Permits, consultants, specialized crews, marketing, legal, and the in-house studio built to create content no one else can. Here's the brutal truth. Most of that spend is sunk. It won't pay back unless the operation churns enough margin for long enough. Steel doesn't generate revenue. Screens don't either. Stories do. The Sphere only wins if it becomes a content machine that never sleeps. Fresh residencies, rotating spectacles, branded experiences, cinematic one-offs. And if those shows can recoup blockbuster budgets in a single location at a pace that keeps locals and tourists coming back, that's the artistic challenge. The financial pressure is louder. MSG's broader empire has carried heavy debt loads before. Now higher interest rates make refinancing tougher and investor patience thinner. The Sphere was pitched as the moonshot that becomes a franchise. Instead, the balance sheet started blinking red while tourism headwinds picked up. When international visitors pull back, premium tiers suffer first. You can discount a $119 ticket to $99. You don't discount a $500 a night suite or a $1,200 celebratory dinner, and that spend props up the whole ecosystem. Which brings us to James Dolan, the evangelist, the lightning rod. Visionaries need frictionless runways. Accountants need breaks. At first, Dolan looked like the rare executive who could bend reality, custom build the world's most advanced venue, stand it in Vegas, and will a new medium into existence. But the same traits that fuel breakthroughs can smudge borders between inspiration and excess. When no one says no, budgets don't bend, they balloon. When deadlines slip, costs don't pause, they compound. The Sphere dazzled, but the tab didn't care. Oh, what's the play now? The shift is already on the table. Stop trying to bankroll every new moon. License the lunar blueprint. Instead of spending billions to build clones, sell the tech, the brand, and the creative pipeline to deep-pocketed partners abroad. Abu Dhabi is circling. Under a licensing model, local investors fund the shell. Sphere provides the designs, LED architecture, audio brain, content pipeline, and brand halo. Revenue arrives as fees, integration deals, and content rights, without swallowing another $2 billion capex pill. Will that work? It depends on three things: pipeline, partnerships, and pacing. Pipeline. Can Sphere Studios produce a steady drumbeat of must-see experiences, not just one-offs, designed to travel across domes worldwide? Partnerships. Can they sign cities that can fill a 17,000-seat sensory cathedral 4 to 7 nights a week at premium prices year-round? Pacing. Can they refresh content fast enough to beat novelty decay without blowing budgets on every drop? Let's talk content strategy like it's a streaming platform, because that's the closest comp. You need tentpoles, mid-budget originals, and evergreen library. Tentpoles are your mega residencies and prestige films, U2-level events, auteur projects, global premieres. Mid-budget originals are rotating spectacles, immersive nature docs, sports data panoramas, cultural showcases, live-scored cinema, anime worlds, gaming crossovers. Evergreen is your any-night draw. Spectaculars that anchor the schedule while new projects load. Wrap those with seasonal takeovers. New Year storms the sky, Lunar New Year wraps the orb in dragons. F1 weeks turn the Sphere into a live timing halo. Every quarter gets a marquee moment. Every month gets a fresh twist. Every week gets a reason to return. Now layer in monetization beyond the seat. Dynamic pricing that rewards locals midweek. VIP tiers with individualized audio mixes and exclusive previs screenings. Brand partnerships that do more than slap a logo on LEDs. Co-created content that people actually want to film. Real-time data-driven ad inventory on the exterior display that pairs with what's happening inside. Merch that's experiential. Limited-run posters generated from your seat's unique audio visualization. A membership that acts like Sphere Plus, bundling early access, discounted add-ons, and members-only screenings. If the exterior is the billboard, the interior has to be the ecosystem.